Minister of Higher Education and Tourism Bra Veprele Rutsake bus conductor appoint Kurelaka Faisla cancel Kurubli aro Jotsoma Village Council Bra recommend Kuria candidate ke appoint Kurubli wata dishe. Women's Study Center Nagaland University Kohima campus Mirima Day March 70 International Women's Day manaishe Ladies Common Room Day. Manipur laga Sports Fraternity Mahila Kambra International Women's Day Gender Equality Equal Opportunities aro Support Nimite Advocate Kurishe. Minister Timjen Imna Alongbra taxes utaule consider Kurishe aro sub citizens ke transaction laga GST cash memos dikhaule dibi Kurishe transparency aro tax evasion ke curb kurble nimite. Hello viewers, Master enjoy apna sab Nltv breaking news at 2 PM de swagat kuri ase. IB sawa aji laga khabar khan. Minister of Higher Education and Tourism Bra Veprele Rutsake bus conductor appoint kuria laka faisla cancel kurubule aro Jotsoma Village Council Bra recommend kuria candidate ke appoint kurubule wada dishe. Idu opore salutuno kruse Minister of Horticulture and Women Resource Development Bra Jotsoma Youth Organization ge Agitation Rukawule Anurod Kuriado, Jotsoma Youth Organization Bra, Agitation Rukawule Faisla Lushe. JYO Bra Kohima Science College A, Jotsoma Laga Principal, Teaching Staff, Non-Teaching Staff, or Students Kange, Tanyawat Tishe, Daikalaga Corporation Limited. Women's Study Center, Nagaland University Kohima Campus, Mirima Day, March 70, International Women's Day Manaishi, Ladies Common Room Day. Program lega team 2 for all women and girls rights, equality, empowerment takishe. Idu even lualaga maksadu gender inclusion aro gender parity laga awareness filawle nimiti se. Department of Education, Nagaland University laga Professor Buno Zesuvi Bra Kotakura Homoide Koishi ki International Women's Day to hoile gender equality kiman tak koisha ro kiman tak jawle se itu kan recognize kurble nimiti ase koishe. International Women's Day to dunia de maiki manukan ki tiktari samna kuri ase itu kan acknowledge kurble laga tin ase aro sob awaz eki logot miligina dunia ke janiwle jiwle lage ki maiki manu laga rights to human rights ase koikira. Crazy I even laga resource person kun state commission coordinator State Hub for Empowerment of Women Mission Shakti ase Daibra Nichor laga phapna khan share kurisha ro koishi ki International Women's Day do khali achievement celebrate kurwe laga nohoi kintu itu do ekta thik platform ase alag alag discriminations bias aro maiki khan stereotypes face kura khan ge reflect kurble nimiti. Minister Timjen Imna Alongbra taxes utawule consider gurisha ro sub citizens ke transaction laga GST cash memos dikhabule dibi kuishi transparency aro tax evasion ke curb kurble nimiti dai kuishi ki itu kota do chutu hobo pare hoilibi sarkar bra hi GST input pradesh te anibole laga value na puje. Minister Bra kunuba naga contractors ke huda hudi kurikina janibole pariche ki crusher machine Kuntu rupees 5 crore 40 lakhs prakine itu do GST 70 to 79 lakhs nishna Hyderabad de aro GST input to Telangana de jai. Minister Bra Anurod Krushi ki GST input to legislature Bra loikina Janda Khange Department GST no hoile state register firm de dibo lage. Dai Bra aropi teachers rationalization sports coffee aro kishim topics de kota kurishe.
As I was going through, the Honorable Chief Minister has taken consideration on how to increase our taxes and has also appealed that every citizen to demand GST cash memos for transactions to enhance transparency and curb tax evasion. this looks like a very small part of the budget speech. But the biggest issue comes when, including us, we do not understand the value of putting GST input to our state. Just a small example. Many of the heavy machineries that Naga's contractors are using, except a few of them, their GST input is in the state of their origin. I was just inquiring a few weeks ago on a crusher machine which was costing around 5 crore 40 lakhs. And the total GST that was coming was around 78, 79 lakhs. And I was asking, where is your GST registered? It is registered in Hyderabad. So we pay them and the GST input goes to Telangana. And it comes to us. Likewise, in the purchase and in our works, what the Honorable Chief Minister, our Finance Minister, has appealed to is we as honorable legislators too, starting from us to all the houses, we need to make sure as departments also that the GST input should be put to our department GST or to the state. The registered firm, we should request and make sure that provisions are made that those firms have their GST registered in Nagaland through proper, whatever categories are there. We also have come to know that many such sporting events will be held, even wrestling championships and all. And that is the trajectory we would like to appreciate, that the government of the day takes the steps towards sporting infrastructure and impetus on the youth is there. Nagaland is known for its coffee also. Many leaders in Delhi, many barons of corporates, they take appreciation in the fact that Nagaland gives out as its cash crop one of the best coffee in the world. Today exported throughout, and even among the Naga youth, we are transforming from tea to drinking black coffee and coffee. The Honorable Chief Minister, who is our Finance Minister also, have been putting the right budget through these many years. Today, I would also like to appreciate the Honorable Minister in charge, who is our Honorable Chief Minister and the Advisor for School Education, for the bold initiative for the rationalization of the teachers. Sir, we know that there will be some small problems here and there. I actually requested the Honorable Advisor, Dr. Yome, that he should rationalize 30th Alongtake constituency first. We have 37 villages and the needs are most. But yet, as we know the impetus of teachers and students ratio, we believe in the wisdom of the department to rationalize it genuinely for all of us, and we hope that this will be done well. The 25th year edition of the Hornbill Festival was a grand success. And with lakhs of tourists coming into our state, we have been as a people able to resonate properly to the world. And the allocation to tourism has been an all-time best. We look forward to doing it well. And even for my own Department of Higher Education, Honorable Chief Minister, sir, your input as the Finance Minister towards higher education activities have been able to have a positive impact on the gross enrollment ratio of the students in Nagaland. Today, the government colleges, their cutoff is higher than the many private colleges. We look forward for inclusive growth together with the higher education with the private sector also and with the government sector also. NAC accreditation, we have been able to cover 36 colleges out of the 71 colleges in Nagaland. And government colleges, we are accredited 90%, and we are moving forward.
Minister Timchen Imna Alombra Chuli Tekia Sumi Students Union Laga protest of Borkoishiki Dai Yadase Joabar 13 Legislative Assembly Day Chief Minister Bra Daige 19 months Nohole 20 months Nishna Technical Education Laga in charge Dishe Dai Koishiki Manukan Babna Gure Mang Kurishe Kulidu Ini Bai Jabo Holibi All India Council for Technical Education Delhi Day Criteria Alag Alagase Itu Karni Students Community Ki Anurud Kurishe Ki Technical Education Department Bra Mehanat Kurigna Gam Kuribo Itu Nimide Taikan Ki Olop Ruki Tibi Kurisha Ro Criteria Pura Hobole Na Hobole Sai Sabo Kurishe
Technical education, even though I'm not the minister in charge of technical education, today outside also our SKK students fraternity, they have been agitating for an engineering college to be upgraded. I remember during the 13th Legislative Assembly when Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Nefirio had also given me charge for technical education for approximately 19 months or 20 months, the NBA, the National Board of Accreditation, was somehow done. The department had worked tirelessly for that, and that was a prerequisite need for that to be done. And we have a lot of issues. Sometimes we feel that by just demanding it, we'll get it. But Delhi, the AICT, has various criteria for that. And for that, through this platform, I would also like to appeal to the students community that the technical education department will surely work hard towards it, but yet they have to be a little bit patient and see that those criteria.
Iti amikan kata break taloy na iwa, sa itigibin Nltv. Welcome back. Arakan News tonight. Tuinsang District Planning or Development Port Bra 7th March 2025 day Tuinsang TC Conference Hall day Bra Deputy Commissioner Logode Vice Chairman DPTB Litrongla Tongpi Root Sabra meeting the chair Kurigana meeting in last meeting minutes review Kurapitli House Bra Tuinsang Tribe Rural Society do approve our registration recommendation digit. TC Bra meeting come workshop June 5th March 2025 CPLT Conference Hall Logode Eleuteros Christian Society government officers ward representatives TCCI truck control DBS Aro GBS aro Tunsang down laga HIV and waste management loishi itu laga coordination highlight crucial. Deputy Commissioner bra itu bi highlight crucial ki June to Tunsang de bra April month RTI training ayojan privilege itu district HOTs ke training program attend privilege request crucial. Southang College Principal Dr. Lanuran Labra Concerned Department de Southang College students can be semester internship February assist kurule request kurshi kilikulido Baikan skill learning program cybercrime agriculture fisheries aro art and crafts visit kurule ase house tebra Mabu Sosang Aoge welcome kurshi aro departmental activities PowerPoint presentation to Tunsang ITI bra present kurshi. Parent District Planning and Development Port Meeting do 6th March 2025 day. Parent Government College DC and Vice Chairman DBTB Parent Haizu Meru laga chairmanship do debra loishe. Meeting de kota kuria homoy Haizu Meru bra members kange a prize kurishi ki DBTB Parent bra Parent Government College ke adopt kurishi koikina. Taibra various departments kun kan DBTB bra Parent Government College ke adopt kuria homoy efforts tishi Itu can be highlight crucial. Governor bra 20 March 2025 day Dening visit Kurubo Koikina House Kange inform crucial or HODs Kange positively present Kurubule request crucial. Meeting day Parent Government College adoption GBS adoption can be discussed crucial. Meeting to Parent Government College teaching faculties or students community can probably attend crucial. Budget 2025 to 26 discussion day MLA Hikani Jakhalubra koishi ki budget to youths kan limite academic building or education excellence support capacity bahar barabole chief minister laka commitment do reflect kure daibra koishi ki June to Pradesh or Deshbra progress develop or prosperity lagi policy for economic growth laga challenges samna kurubule paribo lage Jakhalubra unemployment opor koishi ki Pradesh laga economy poila thik nakurili unemployment laga chamilado solve kuribule bishi dictar hobo Jakalobra parliament de government ke address kuigina koishi ki government pra ecosystem banai shikulido economy to uthibo aro thick policy banabo itu pra economy barabole Pradesh ke develop kuribole aro manu khan ge khushi kuribo.
To be robust. Well, thank you for the time. Thank you for the time. I rise to take part in the discussion on the budget 2024-25. First of all, I would like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister and the Finance Minister, Dr. Nltv, for presenting a statesman-like, futuristic, balanced, inclusive and pro-youth budget. This budget also reflects the Chief Minister's commitment to build capacities of our youth, focusing towards building academic and education excellence. Honorable Speaker, sir, for any state or nation to progress, develop and prosper, policies for economic growth has to be robust and in place. Everyone is worried about the unemployment problem, but unless the economy of the state is put in place, it will be very difficult for unemployment to be solved. Nagaland undeniably is a land of opportunities. The government and the people have wholeheartedly opened our doors, inviting private investors, private companies to come and do business with us. But for a long time, nothing concrete has actually taken place. Yes, it could be also because of the unresolved Naga political issue. But most importantly, when investors start talking to us, the first thing they asked is, what is Nagaland's industrial policy? And what can the government, what are the incentives that the government can offer? And this is where the discussion comes to a halt. Though it is not mentioned in the budget, I thought it very, very important to thank the Honorable Chief Minister, the Honorable Cabinet for passing the Nagaland Trade, Investment and Industrial Policy 2025 in the recent Cabinet meeting. And I'm hopeful that this will definitely attract investors and it will also definitely benefit our local entrepreneurs. When the ecosystem is put in place, government cannot take care of each and every individually, especially in the economic terms. But if the government put the ecosystem in place, everything falls in place, the economy tends to grow. And two examples I want to highlight this evening. Nagaland Startup Policy 2019, which was read out by our Honorable Chief Minister in the budget speech. About 4.5 crore has been sanctioned so far after this policy came into place, with 1.5 crore in the first year 2021 and subsequently 1 crore each in the past 3 years, and this year also in the budget it's been placed. Today there are 5 incubation centers under Nagaland Startup. Just taking 2 incubation centers, it has about 380 startups registered under 2 incubation centers. And this 2 incubation center has generated a total revenue of about rupees 58 crore in 1 year, in the year 23-24, and has generated jobs of about 1,000. On a national average, startups usually can generate up to 10 jobs. But here, taking the lower side, assuming one enterprise generates 6 jobs, if you total up, it's coming up to almost 1,000 jobs. The other example, a beautiful handloom and handicraft pavilion has been set up in Kisama, which was inaugurated by the Honorable Chief Minister during the Hornbill. This has been completed in a record time of 4 months with a budget of 15 crore. 10 crore supported by Ministry of Textiles and 5 crore supported by Government of Nagaland. A total of 132 stalls were set up, where products of local artisans, local weavers, food entrepreneurs, and different type of local entrepreneurs set up the stalls. And in 10 days, a revenue generation to the tune of rupees 3 crores 13 lakhs 43,000 was generated in 10 days. The department plans to utilize this facility throughout the year beyond Hornbill as well, and hoping that in 3 years' time, this investment will have a break even. So these are just the 2 examples, small examples, and there's so many other initiatives under Honorable Chief Minister. Different departments are working on it, but I just want to close my sharing by reminding this house, this August House once again, and the government once again, that when we create the right policy, when we create the right ecosystem, when we invest in infrastructure, it supports in raising the state's economy. I can confidently say that all the members here, given different assignments, we are all working very hard to make sure that our state develops.
MLA Achimbe Mobra House de budget discussion de hisalwa homoite kushiki Itialaga Samede opposition-less government takya homoide Naga Manukan ikilogot milikina Naga political issue de early solution umide kam kuruwe lage bushe Kikom Rani Jolaga Kota Rakina Kushiki MPG Saro civil societies kan example bra lead kuruwe lage ro Baikanaga commitments ke follow kuruwe lage bushe Baibra March 12 2024 de meeting wado refer kushero resolution ke Masbudi bra ake loi tawole nimide interlocutor ke ministerial level de utawole kushi
together. The entire well, let me come back to Para 2. Whenever I stand, I always start with this, the Naga political issue. Well, he has mentioned about the political parties coming together, forming an opposition-less government. Well, I would like to say that there are lots of opinion why why there is no opposition in this 14th house. Well, for the Nagas, what we are yearning for at the moment is we all must come together. The entire strata of Naga society must come together for the honorable resolution of the Naga political issue. And this was one reason why all of us, irrespective of our political affiliations, have supported the leadership of our honorable CM and also this present government. And therefore, we are leading by example. We are walking the talk precisely. And therefore, the rest of our other Naga national workers or the civil society must also copy from us that there is a unity, reconciliation required among our family. And the example is being shown by the 60 members here, irrespective of the political parties. In fact, during elections, we fight through various political platforms. And if you see the gravity of the situation during the time of election, we will not even talk face to face. We will not even face each other. That is the situation we go through. But after the election, we come back together for the sake of the Naga political issue. I would like to again remind the House that we must re-strengthen the 12th September 2024 resolution, where we have asked for the elevation of the political talk. This is not only with this present government. During the BJP regime also, Swaraj Ghoshal was the negotiator, who was also a political figure. Then during the UBA time, Congress time, they have appointed Oscar Fernandez, who was leading the ministerial team. So this is nothing new. And therefore, that resolution has to be reinforced, put in letter as well as in spirit. That is Para 2. Well, let me come back to Para 2 whenever I start.
First Foundational Music Production Workshop Tune 2. Das Force for Music and Arts DAFMA Department Bra Ayochon Kuchi to 7 March 2025 Day. Additional Director Information and Public Relations KV Zanyo Bra Center of Excellence in Music and Arts Kohima Bra inaugurate Kuchi. Additional Director IPR KV Zanyo Bra inaugural program de Kota Korea Hamoy Department Kanki Appreciation Dishe Junto Youth Community Pal Opportunity Tikina Workshop Ayochon Kurakani Aro Idubi State Kurishiki Government Bra Youth Limited Self-Sustained Career Empower Focus Korea Sikogina Taibra participants Kange Excellence Strive Kurubule Encourage Kurishi Taibra Idubi 8 Kurishiki Artificial Intelligence to Option Nohoi Holibi Progress or Survival Limited Necessity Ase DAFMA Project Director Dr. Hovtal Sotubra Dailaga Welcome Address Dekoshiki First Foundational Music Production Workshop Ayojan Kurigina Luatu DAFMA Department Limited Historic Day Ase Day do Workshop Day Resource Person do DAFMA Music Producer in Chang Chintakishi Sob Milaikina 22 participants all over Nagaland Day para attend Kushi Workshop Day Technical Foundations Music Production Understanding Sound Digital Audio Workstations, recording techniques are sound design, mixing and mastering and business are music production future laga topics can discuss Kurisha. Poem language promotion or translation cell launched to Yingli College, Longland Day, 6 March 2025 Day, Longland Deputy Commissioner W. Manpai Pom and CS Pra, Special Case Tokinaloshi. Yingli College, Dr. Titan CMT, Principal Bra Tailaga, keynote address the regional languages or educational institutions implementation of Borkota Kucharo. Diverse students Majude, Common Pom Tailek, Mother Tongue Preserve Kubule, encourage Kushi. Pom Kota Promotion or Translation Cell Pom Language Introduce Kurado College Day Ekta Subject Hole Hope Korea Sekoikina Launch Kushe Program Laga Special Case to Longland Deputy Commissioner W. Manpai Pom Ase Aro Taibra on Unifying Factor Aro Language Importance Limited Emphasize Kushe Program to Assistant Professor Mankai Pombra Chair Kushe Vice Principal Yingli College Dr. B. Henshit Pombra Vote of Thanks Deliver Kushe Kongim Chenbra 0RD, Archin Public Importance Mamlau Taishe, Kude Daibra, Sumi Students Union Kanbra, Kaloshe Polytechnic Outdozige, fully fledged engineering college upgrade Kubule protest Jayasi to Opor Katakuche. Daibra Koshiki to Ekta general issue Sero Sol Karbra, Julti necessity formalities Utaigina, Kaloshe Polytechnic Outdozige, fully fledged engineering college Punawale, Fesla Lobo Lagi Kushe.
Sir, I was given the privilege by the then Chief Minister in the then House to look after this technical education in addition to my other governmental assignments. And therefore, as a minister in charge, I decided to pay an official visit to Kelosi Polytechnic institutions. I found that infrastructure were in a very good condition, as well as other facilities. And I thought that there was no full-fledged engineering college in the state. And this Kelosi Polytechnic should be the answer to have a full-fledged engineering college. And therefore, I have taken the concern of the Chief Minister and prepared cabinet memo. And then I submitted in the cabinet. After routing through necessary course of formalities, it was brought to the cabinet for consideration. Somewhere it must be in the month of December, I think, 2007. December, if I'm not mistaken. The cabinet, after full deliberation, agreed to upgrade this polytechnic institution, Kelosi Polytechnic Institution, into the corporate engineering college. And after that, we faced our election, and 2011 House started. Somehow or other, with the progress of the time, the government of Nagaland has not issued necessary official gazette notification to the effect for upgrading this Kelosi Polytechnic institution into a proper full-fledged engineering college. I think till today. And therefore, I thought that it is not necessarily a SIMA students' union. It has to be a general interest issue. And therefore, it is high time that this government take note of its own decision and then the necessary codal formalities to institute a full-fledged engineering college in this Kelosi Polytechnic. Well, in supplementation to that educational system, I wanted to give a word about this Kelosi. I think Kelosi was the first Naga minister, deputy minister, in the Assam government. Along with him, Mr. Juba Tamso was there. And then the Naga People Convention, they started their memorandum, and then the statehood was given to being. And therefore, he was such a good personality that then the Chief Minister of Assam found proper and befitting to be a deputy minister. And therefore, in honor of his contribution and public service, the government of Nagaland at that point of time make it convenient and justified to give his name to that institution, political institution, to his name. Moreover, he also happened to be from that area. And therefore, I loved its Kelosi Polytechnic Institution. not necessarily only a sentimental aspect, but as a matter of fact. And therefore, this issue should not be prolonged, but necessary codal formalities, official codal formality has to be completed at the earliest, and then start running the engineering college in the state. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I was
Manipur laga sports fraternity Mahila Khambra International Women's Day Gender Equality Equal Opportunities are sports support nimite advocate Krisha. Olympic medalist Mirabai Janubra Busti area de takya Mikey Kange support Kurubi Koikina urge Krisha. World boxing champion Sarita Devi Bra Manipur de Larai Jai de Mikey Manukan Dukte takya Kani Mon Chinda Utaishe. Famous athletes Olympic medalists are boxing champion Khanbra Ahitakya generations Kange problem samna kurina Daikhan laga zindagi de icha takya kurule paribo koikina bhi inspire Krisha.
वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट लड़की और छोटी बच्चे लड़कियां इन सबको एक बराबर जितना मर्दों को मिलता है वो एक बराबर हिस्सा मिलना चाहिए। नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने यूं कह दिया कि मणिपुर इज ए पावर स्पोर्ट्स पावर हाउस भी बोला है, लेकिन इसमें से भी हमारी ओलंपियन 19 ओलंपियन है। 19 ओलंपियन में से 11 हमारी लेडीज ओलंपियन है।
एक लड़की का बहुत बड़ा सपना हो जाता है तो कभी कभी मिलते नहीं है। वैसे खास गांव का जो लड़की होता है, वुमेन्स होते हैं, बच्चे होते हैं, उनको तो बहुत मुश्किल होते है कि बाहर निकाल के खेलों में हो या कहीं पर भी जाने का मौका बहुत कम मिलते हैं। तो उस चीज़ को लेके मुझे सभी से मतलब मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगी कि वुमेन्स के ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा फोकस करें, जो उनका करना चाहते हैं उनको ऊपर फोकस करें और उनको सपोर्ट दे।
गवर्नमेंट को और हमारा स्टेट गवर्नमेंट और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को यही बोलना चाहती हूँ, अभी फ़िलहाल हमारा मणिपुर में जो 2 कम्युनिटी के साथ जो हुआ है इंसिडेंट, उसके बाद बहुत लड़की लोग ने सफ़र किया है। उसको सही तरीके से उसको न्याय दिलाएंगे तो और उसको सही तरीके से उसका जो हर लड़की का ड्रीम होता है अच्छा लेवल पे जाने का, बड़ा जॉब करने का।
International Women's Day occasion Junju March 8 Luasi the Tripura Women's Commission Chairperson Jarna Debarma Bra hardworking women those Chunge Agadala Belramat Day Tripura Women's Commission Initiative Lohamoy felicitate Kushe. Tripura Women's Commission former Chairperson Duitaro Alak Maiki Khan B even take present Kisha. International Women's Day occasion Lohamoy Tripura Women's Commission Chairperson Jarna Debarma Bra media logote dialogue reaction express kurigina koishi ki idulaga saldo Tripura Women's Commission Office Day Bra International Women's Day nimide special occasion ayojan kurigina loishe aro itulaga program day 2 June Maiki kun kam society de alag alag fields day bra struggle kurigina dakishe tai khan ge felicitate koishi. Rule 50 laga bidode Pradesh de petroleum tail explore Korea aro extract Korea opor MLA Wanka Sepra Mon Chinda Taishe aro Ahya Samaiti state economy aro financial self-reliance laga critical importance kan highlight kurishe. Idu mamla de bar cheat kurigina ahishe kintu eku progress dikhule pa nai kurishe. Tai kurishe ki Nagaland 90% energy needs aro daily essentials khana fuel aro pharmaceuticals sab bahar ra ahe kurishe. 2020 day petroleum consumption to 172 TMT day uthi jaishe 2019 day 154 TMT tagyado jundubra alarming dependency ke dikule paishe Nagaland chundu Assam Arakan basin laga Naga Suchpin belt under located ase Mon Mogokchong Wokaro district de Del aro natural case reserve kurule significant potential ase kuche.
I rise with deep concern for our state's economic future as a steadfast commitment to achieving financial self-reliance. although this subject has been discussed on many occasions, progress in decision-making and implementation has remained stagnant. Nagaland, Speaker Sir, even though rich in natural endowments, has long been burdened by dependency. This reliance is evident in our modest GDP figures, the scarcity of indigenous industries, and our dependence on external sources to meet our energy needs. And our dependence on external sources to meet energy needs, and not only that, our daily essentials like food, fuel, pharmaceuticals come predominantly from outside the state. While nearly 90% of our energy is imported from other states, this situation not only stifles our growth, but also prevents us from unlocking the full potential of our natural resources. Speaker Sir, it is universally acknowledged that energy in the form of fuel, electricity, or other varieties is the driving force behind economic progress. Without a stable and sufficient energy supply, our aspirations for job creation, industrial expansion, and infrastructural modernization remain unfulfilled. Alarmingly, our consumption of petroleum products increased from 154,000 metric tons in 2019 to 172,000 metric tons in 2020. That is an indication of our deep reliance on external sources. Speaker Sir, as global entities align their climate policies under frameworks like the Paris Agreement and set sights on a net zero future by 2050, we have very less time, but not yet late. So we must seize this timely opportunity to explore and evaluate our indigenous hydrocarbon resources. Geologically, Speaker Sir, Nagaland is very promising for hydrocarbon exploration, lying within the Naga scope and belt of the prolific Assam-Arakan Basin, a Category A basin. The Naga scope and belt is considered a primary source area for hydrocarbon generation, continually feeding major oil and gas fields in neighboring states. A recent hydrocarbon assessment by the Government of India estimates that the Assam-Arakan Basin contains 1,633 million metric tons of oil equivalent, of which only 178 million metric tons of oil equivalent, that is 11%, has been discovered till date. The present question is, where is the remaining 89% of yet to find oil? Are these reserves in Nagaland's reservoirs, or do they lie in Assam or Arunachal? Some estimates suggest that Nagaland alone may hold up to 600 million tons. However, Speaker Sir, these estimates remain speculative until systematic oil exploration is carried out by reputable oil and gas companies. To date, ONGC conducted exploratory drilling and seismic surveys covering 602 line kilometers for 3D surveys and 6 square kilometers for 3D surveys during the 1970s in and around Wakha, Jomogedima, and Dimapur districts. The remainder of Nagaland remains largely unexplored without systematic scientific, geological, and geophysical studies. Speaker Sir, as you all know, oil exploration is much like a medical diagnosis, akin to conducting an X-ray or MRI to precisely locate hidden ailments. Comprehensive seismic surveys and rigorous scientific assessments are essential. History reminds us that the Champang oil field in Wakha district produced crude oil until the early 1990s, yet no extensive exploration surveys have been undertaken across our state since then. Without these critical studies, we cannot fully gauge our hydrocarbon potentials or develop an effective, realistic
Delhi court bra Friday din Christian Michel kun bail baishe tailaga opor strict conditions can set kurishe. Cover hisab Michel to rupees 3,600 crore Augusta Westland money laundering case de Shavil Takisha or Itia Taibra rupees 5 lakh surety karni deravule authority kinase. Itekla no hikina court laga permission na thakile taidu intia laga bahar ulawule na purwo kuignabi janishe jundu bichide tailaga passport bi surrender kuigule kuishe. Michelle K. CBI Nohole investigating officers laga akede hodai 15 days bichide physically appear kurbulebi janaisha ro evidence kan logot iku natan Karakibule aro witness lokopi contact na kubule chinaisha. Delhi court pra Michelle K. Augusta Westland case kani choice sal jail de rakhya laga thakishe junju bisde March 6 day bail grant kuishe. Ito opor Michelle laga lawyer bra kuishe ki ito case intia de juli thakya opor tai bishe chinta sekli mani poila bi tai laga opor viupa nishna hamla huishe.
Michel has expressed his apprehension because there were 2 attempts on his life on the past 2 occasions. So he is really
Haryana laga Panchkula district Friday din Indian Air Force laga fighter jet crash hoise junju pilot safely eject hoise aro pilot pra aircraft ke populated areas pra tour loi jaise ground casualties na hole jokham na bawole nimite. Crash to hilly terrain de hoise aro local authorities pra confirm koise ki crash homoite civilians aro saman kan iku nuksan hoi mai koikna dopore IAF camera crash laga karan jani bole chanbin shuru koise. Ito the breaking news at 2 PM laga khobor arinka news or updates by Tegule, Sai Tegibin Nltv.